Hello, how's everyone doing? So you have seen the previous video, and you have the recommendation. At least I hope so. So what should we do in the next step? Now we need to apply to the federal government for the main PR. Like main PR. What do I mean by main PR? So this application, once you complete this application, and if you get the approval, they will give you a PDF document saying that your application is almost approved, and you need to just confirm your address, and you need to give them their photo, and then you will get the permanent residency card and an ECOPR before that card. An ECOPR is like a document that you get before the permanent residency card. So this is quite an important application, and I would say, that's why I say it as main PR. So what kind of steps do we need? What kind of documents do we need? In this video we will talk about that kind of stuff, but let's go. Sorry, I actually forgot to explain one thing, that I don't have any RCAC certificate. I don't have any immigration certificate or diploma. I just want to explain to you how I applied my application, and just want to save your money and your time. That's the main goal of this video. That's all. But just wanted to explain to you, I don't have any certificate, or I am not an RCAC. That's all. Let's go. First thing, we're gonna go on Google and type in online PR portal. That's it, and we have this page opened up. Click on the first link, not the second but the first one. Then we have this website opened up. Actually, just one more thing, in case, say, if you have those emails from community, like where you got your community recommendation, there must be an email which will have all the links for all the guides and all the help that you need to apply for your PR application by yourself. So give a good look to those emails also. But after that, I am sorry guys, it's just showing me my old email, so forgive me for that. But we're gonna go and create an account. Yep, it's showing it again. But anyways, you will put your email here, which is pretty secure. Yeah, put your email here and then password, and yep, that's it, and then you will have an account. Alright, then after confirming that your email is correct, then you will get an OTP, and once you're registered, then you will have this page opened up, this one right here. Then now this page is for, obviously, if anyone can read, I think this is for permanent residency card. You will only need this one once you have gotten an email from IRCC. Right now we're gonna go and start new application. Now this over here will show you application status initiated. All right. Oh, come on, man, I'm really bad with computers. But over here we have the option. We're gonna go on economic. Let's go. Now we have here RNIP, application name. This one you can put whatever you want. I'm gonna put my RNIP 3. Anyways, let's go. Your application was successfully started. That's nice. And here I just want to show you this here. So you already have, I think you have already seen the previous videos. It was to make sure that you are eligible both in federal like in federal criteria and in community criteria. You have gotten the recommendation, so you're already eligible by community standards. But yeah, just give one last look to make sure that you are good to go, even with the federal criteria also. Criteria. And then we have application guide. This is quite important. This one can help you in case if you have any specific special case, say in case if you have a spouse, because my application is quite simple. It's just me. I was single, and it was straightforward. But in case if you have a spouse and if you have any dependents, this can help you quite a lot. And the third one is document checklist. We will talk about this one. This is quite important. All the documents that we are going to submit on this application will be from after taking a look at this checklist. So let's go. So here we have 4 forms. We will have to fill all these forms. 1 or 2 of them are quite small, but one of them is like really lengthy one. The one right here, which is Schedule A form, this is quite lengthy. But these 2 forms are quite short, and this one is just a normal regular form, not that long, not that short. Here we have Schedule 1 form, and then we have offer employment. You can submit the old ones, but what I did in my application was I downloaded these again, and my employer was pretty good. Like, he was really chill. I don't think you need any employee signature for 5911, but you do need signature for 59. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. My throat is just bothering me. But you do need signature for 5984 form. So in case if you have good relations with your employer, go ahead and get a fresh one if you want. So download form from here. If you want to, you can submit the old one, but don't submit any form that's like, say, more than 4 months old. Just saying. We have the checklist here. Let's go. And on the checklist, we will see quite a lot of information. Number 1 form, which is IMM 0008 form, then Schedule A background declaration form. Like, this is a checklist that is for everything that you will have to submit on the application. And while you're doing those submissions, while you're filling those forms and you're submitting those documents, you're going to put a check mark on each of the documents that you have submitted. As you can see here on the right side, this is how we're going to go through this. And in the end, when we're done with everything, we are just going to go over here at the top, and then we're going to save this, and we're going to save this document, and we're going to save this inside the computer, inside any folder, and then we're going to upload this checklist with all the check marks on the application also. I don't know why do they even need this, but yep, it's written. We will have to submit this also. After that, we have this recommendation from the community. Yes, we will submit that over here. And in case, say, if you have any additional forms after submitting these forms, then we're going to we're going to submit them over here. As you can see, Schedule 4, Schedule 5. If you have, I think this is not for RNIP mostly. This is for investors. This is for self-employed. Like, in case if you have this special cases, if you have any special kind of application, then you can go over here, and then you can add those forms and you can fill them also. But after that, these are the instructions for the next thing that we're going to do. This is for all the documents that we are going to submit, like travel documents, passport, IELTS, photos, birth certificate, education documents, ACA, like diplomas or high school documents, and we're going to go through the checklist. And if we are missing any document, if we don't have any option at the top to submit anything, then we will go at the bottom, and yep, right here. Confirmation of nomination, like anything that you, if you don't have any option to submit your documents at the top, then you can submit them at the bottom. Like PC, you don't have the option at the top. In case if you have kids, if you have kids, you can submit that information over here. Your civil documents, like I think your birth certificate will get submitted over here, then your PCC, your letter of explanation. You probably won't need that, but in case if you do, you can submit that over here. But actually, I had a problem with my application. When I submitted my application, it got returned twice. So two times actually. I was yeah, it was not a good time for me. But we'll talk about that later on. Yeah, anything that you have that is that you don't have any option at the top, you can submit them over here. Yep, marriage certificate, national ID cards, proof of funds. And the next thing is proof of payment. Yep, once you have the whole thing done, then you can do the payment, and in the end the declaration, it will be basic signatures, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we will first go through this IMM 008 form. We're going to start from A and we're going to finish to Z. So let's go for the first form, IMM 0008 form. 000008 form. Okay, so let's continue. So yeah, make sure that you're putting true information. Don't make any stuff up. I mean, yeah, just make sure that everything that you're submitting is proper. Don't make any mistake. Just basic data entry. Then I think this, what is it actually? Yep, interview. In like, just put English on this one also. It usually doesn't happen, but in case it didn't happen in my case, I don't even know why this option's here, but say no here if you have good English. Mine was PC and my town is Vernon. Where is Vernon? There you go, right there. They're hiding it. Then save and continue. So like, this is how we're going to fill those forms. Basic information, and it's super easy. Like, you don't have to give someone tons of money just to fill in like simple information. If you have an application which is kind of sketchy, or you need some like, you don't have enough say enough documents, and you need some, those kind of documents, then you will probably need someone. But if you have straightforward application, just like mine, you were single, you don't have spouse, like having a spouse adds so many documents, and then when you add dependents like kids on that, it's just quite a lot of work. So yeah, if you want to go ahead, but otherwise it's yeah, it's simple work. So here, put your family name, give a name. No, mostly people have no nicknames. Your UCI, this is the number that's on work permit and on study permit, and it's the same number. It's just one long number, which is going to be the same number on both work permit and study permit. Then your physical characteristics, this doesn't even matter that much. Your birth information, place of birth, but make sure that you're filling everything, even if this doesn't matter. Like, make sure you're filling the information. Then your citizenship, if you have two, then you can fill over here, but if you have only one, just fill in one. Mine is India, right here. Current country of residence, Canada. And actually, I think there is this one option here which was kind of confusing in my, come on man, I'm not living in Canary Islands. Status, I was a worker when I applied for the application, and here it is asking you about so I got confused in this case, because I was thinking whether it's asking me how long have I resided in Canada, and like what was I supposed to put over here. So I was so confused. Am I supposed to put the date when I'm going to submit the application, or like what are they asking? So what I did was I when I did my when I filled in the information for the status, I was a worker. I filled in information when I got the work permit, like the whole duration of the work permit. So when the dates on the work permit, there are two dates on the work permit: when you got the work permit and when it's going to expire. I filled in these two blanks with that information. Then, yep, here when you came into Canada, and then here mine was Vancouver, so I'm going to put Vancouver over here. Then here, previous countries of residence during past 5 years. Have you lived in any other country of your citizenship or your current country of residence? So in case if you have lived in my case, if I have gone to any other country, if I've lived in any other country except for India and in Canada in the last 5 years, I didn't, so I'm going to put no. Fortunately, I am single so far, so that's less paperwork. Have you previously been married to? I don't know, maybe. So, yep, we're going to fill in this information. And after saving and continuing that personal detail page, we will go on the next page, which is contact information, basic, your current mailing address, your residential address is same as your mailing address, yes. Your primary phone number, well, mine, Canada, I'm gonna put my phone number in here. No extensions, so I'm not going to put anything over here on the extension page. Then we have alternate phone number. No, I do not have any alternate phone number. I will leave this section blank. Fax number, I do not have any fax number also, so blank. Let's see, do you want us to contact you using email address used for this account? Yes, we're going to put yes over here. Let's save and continue. And I think, yeah, passport information. Do you have a document? A passport? Yes. Basic information, passport number, country of issue, expiry date, and issue date. Now the next question, they're asking us if you have any national identity document. Now this one is kind of confusing also. So some of my friends, they didn't put anything on there. They said no. I did put yes on it, but as you guys know, I'm from India, and in India we have Aadhaar card, and Aadhaar card doesn't have any expiry date. So I just the only information on the national identity document that I used was my passport information. I just used my passport information for the national ID document, but I don't know if that was okay. But my friends, they said straight away no, they don't have any national ID document, because they do ask for, like, for instance, if I put yes over here, then they ask for the number and then country of issue, of course, India. But here they're asking for expiry date and issue date. Like, we cannot go anywhere without putting the information in, and like this information, we cannot go forward without putting this information. But for Aadhaar card, there is no expiry date, so we were so confused. I just filled in with my passport information, but my friends, they straight away said no. So you can do that also. Now we're gonna save and continue. Here, education information. Highest education for me, it was post-secondary, and then current occupation. You're going to put current occupation and intended occupation. You can fill in like whatever you want your occupation to be in the future, like if you want to become a CPA or whatever you want to become. Here, now this is also a bit of a tricky thing. I filled in 17 because I included my nursery, LKG, and UKG education, which comes before first standard. um, but some of my friends, they instead of putting 17, they filled in 14. So they didn't even included nursery, LKG, and UKG, those three years that come before the first standard. So yeah, in case if you want to put 14, then you can put 14. In case if you want to put 17, you can put 17. It's yeah, it's up to you. So saving and continuing. After that, they're asking for my native language. Mine was Punjabi. Let's go. Are you able to communicate in English or French? We're going to put, if you know French, good for you. You can put both. But if you only know English, then just English. And then have you taken? Yes, we have taken the test for English. Then save and continue. Okay, what else do we have? Dependents. In case if you have any dependents, then you going to put yes over here, and then you will have to fill in information for them also, I believe. Let's see what happens if we do. But yep, you will have to fill in the information for them. But if you have no dependents, just like me, you're single, then voila, you have just finished your first form, I believe. Yes. So this form, if you have submitted your information in a correct way, like all the numbers are correct, all the names are correct, then yeah, this form is ready to submit. So now we have 3 forms just like this form. Let's go to the second form, additional family information. So this form is just basic about your parents' information. If you have child, if you have kids, then it's going to be yeah, you're gonna have to get the information about them. Spouse, siblings. I do have siblings and I do have parents. So I will give the information about siblings and parents. Just read these instructions. This is kind of tricky, but so all the names that we are going to fill in these forms are going to be English name, that name in English first, and then we're going to put a bracket, and we will have to put the same name that we wrote in English. We're going to put the same name but in our native language. So if your native language is, say, Mandarin, mine was Punjabi, so I'm going to fill in my name in English first, then a bracket, and I'm going to put my name, the same name, in Punjabi in that bracket. Let's do that actually. Yourself, yes. So this is what I did. So if name first, and then your native, your name in your native language. We're going to do that with all the names in this form. And say here is your mother. We're going to put the mother's name and then the same name with a bracket in your native language. Her date of birth, country residence, just basic information about your father, the address, your mother's address, and then we're going to save and continue. So actually, just one more thing, in case if here you can see it says not applicable. In case, for instance, I don't have kids, so I'm going to write here not applicable. Let's just copy and paste it everywhere. The same thing everywhere. Same goes over here. I do not have kids. I don't think you need to write not applicable that many times, but yeah, I do that sometime. In case if you want to, you can do that also. We're going to save and continue. Siblings, I do have siblings. So just one more thing actually, for the names, I did it this way. I actually just went to Punjabi from English, wrote my name, and the exact name came in Punjabi. I know I'm sorry, I'm guilty, but my Punjabi is definitely getting bad. I'm sorry. But here, siblings, yes, go over here. Not I do have a sibling. I did the same thing. Wrote his information, his address, which was same as my parents. Then I did save and continue. And I believe that's all actually. In case if you have say your spouse coming in, you're gonna have to put your spouse, you will have to put the information about your spouse also. Mine, I do not have one. So just like that, actually, we have finished another form. So let's go to that Schedule A form. I don't want to go to Schedule A form first because it's too long, so we're just going to finish this supplementary information form first. 5 IMM 5562 form. Now here, this form is for your travels. In case if you have done any travels after your 18th birthday, if you have gone anywhere except for your country of citizenship, which for me was India, and where you're residing right now. For instance, I came to Canada, and that was the only travel that I did. So what I did here was that I basically, I wrote my name over here, my family name, my given name. Then I said did not travel. You can put the information like when you came from India to Canada, and if you have gone back to India, then I mean, if you want to, you can give the additional information. But for me, it was did not travel. I only came to Canada, and that was it. I only traveled from my country of citizenship to the country in which I'm residing. So these were the only travels that I did. And they are going to ask the same thing. Oops, sorry, actually I forgot something with the back. Yeah, like after putting your name and everything, you can put not applicable, probably. Oh no, I don't think we need that. So next, save and continue. Did not travel, and oops, not applicable. Oh yeah, I'm going to put not applicable everywhere. Oops, it does not want me to put not applicable there. I'll put not applicable here then. Like here, I think this is only numerical. We can only put numericals here. This also, I don't have a spouse. Not applicable, not applicable. Let's go. And then we don't have kids also, so did not travel. Not applicable, not applicable. Like this is all I did in my application. Like basic information entry, and then like just following the instructions. It's simple, and yeah, you don't need to give tons of money to someone just to fill in this simple information. Just like that, we have done another form. It's quite simple, eh? Let's go to the last form now. Alright, now we are at the Schedule A form. This is a long form. This is sorry, I'm saying this is quite a lot, but it's about your education, your work history, addresses that you have changed in the past, and I think yeah, it's the same instructions. You the principal applicant, And yeah, you will have to put all the names in English first, and then your native uh, your name in native language with brackets, within a bracket, alongside your name in English. Then I think here is where we start. And then, yep, this is declaration. This is basic, just electronic signature that you will do in the end. Okay, let's go over here. Yep, yourself, my name here. Like, I'm just going to go there again. Just copy. Like, so just, yeah, your family name, and then you give a name. Here, let's put, okay, just like that. So yep, you're going to put your name just like this, your father's name, your mother's name, just in this like format again. Their name in English, and then a bracket, and the name in native language, just like that. I'm gonna write my given name. Let's go. Date of birth, then your father's name, a family name first, and then the same name in Punjabi or whatever your native language is. Then the date of birth, the same thing. In case if you're, I hope not, and sadly, if anyone's father is dead, if he's dead, then please write the information over here. Otherwise, you can write what I did in my case was I did not applicable, because the other format, like not applicable, doesn't work. If come on, man, what am I doing? There you go, just like that. And just like that, the same thing. And thank God my mom is all good and alive. So we will go next to the next page. We have simple questionnaire. Now I hope everyone have no in this case, because no is good. If you have yes in anything, then I think this is like, there is, like, in my case it was no everywhere, but in case if there is any yes in all these questions, then you will have to explain why that certain thing happened, that particular thing that happened. You will have to explain everything in this paragraph here, and probably will result in extra processing time for your application. Here, education, my elementary, given the number of years. So for the number of years, I did my high school in India, and then after that I did my post-secondary education in Canada, which was 2 years. So for elementary, I think it's until you do your until you enter high school, which is 9th standard. So until 8th standard, so 8 years. If you want to add nursery, LKG, UK, you can. Otherwise it's 8 for primary, and then 4, which is 9, 10th, 11th and 12th, and then university or college 2. And for here, they want us to provide exact information from when we started to when we ended that secondary education and then post-secondary education
when we got to the college. So what I did here, even though it was not required, they're asking us for secondary education and post-secondary education. I just I put information even regarding elementary education, and then I add another section here. Right here, I added another section, and then provided high school education. My school was the same, so even the city was same, institution was same, field of study, just secondary, and before that elementary. So it was all pretty straightforward for me. About the university and college, one more section, and then yeah, that's it. I came here after high school, so it was really easy for me, to be honest. And on the secondary and elementary, you can write not applicable on the type of certificate or diploma issued. That's what I did. Let's go to the next part, which is personal history. So it's the same here. If you need to put any names, just put them in English first and then in your native tongue in a bracket. And this section is about your personal history. Everything is pretty straightforward actually, even though I don't even need to say all the information. But yeah, I will try to make it as simple as possible for anyone who's applying. So this is about your information once you turned 18. After that, in case if you're 30, then past any years. So after you turn 20, then everything that you did from 20 to 30. So yeah, 10 years or after you turned 18, you need all the information after that. Here from to activities, unemployed, studying, traveling, retired. So with my case was I did high school, and after that I did my IELTS. And during IELTS, actually, I didn't mention that I was studying. I just wrote down that I was unemployed, and I'll just show you with an example. Just a moment. So here's how I did my application. The moment I turned 18, till I did my high school, I wrote down studying, the dates, and then the name of the city and country, my status in the country, and then I didn't wrote the name of my high school because of the privacy reasons. But then after that I started doing my IELTS. So during that period I wrote unemployed. So from till the time I started to the time it ended, I wrote unemployed, and then the name of the city where I was studying, and then yeah, I just wrote not applicable here because I didn't want it to go in specifications. But this is how I did my application. So if it helps you, that's the main goal of this video. Let's go to the next section. It's a boring video, so I hope no one sleeps while watching my video. Anyways, membership association. So in case if you have been in any kind of association or any kind of union, which was something that I was not in when I was in India, so I just wrote not applicable everywhere. Like not applicable here, you don't need to write, but I just wrote not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Let's see, actually I wrote none, sorry. My bad. But I just wrote none here. I'll just show you how. Let's see, and yeah, it works actually. I thought this format won't allow me to write none, but yeah, just write none, as it says over here, if you have not been a member. Alright, let's go to the next section, which is it's a government positions. I wrote none over here. I was in no government positions. Sorry, my throat is still not good enough. After that, let's go for the next section. In military, I was not in military, so I'm gonna write none in here also. Let's go. What else do we have? Okay, so this is lengthy section. It's about your addresses in the last 10 years or once you turned 18 and after that. So I did turn 18 when I was in India, so I will have to give the address, my Indian address also. So what we're gonna do is, right now we're gonna put our current address here from, and they will say to. So at 2, what I did was I wrote down my current date. So from to current date. That's what I did. If you want to do it, you can also do it. If you want someone else's advice, you can also do that. But after that, it just, I go from there to like say if I changed my address, I'm making it actually quite a lot more confusing than it should be. But say if I moved here 2 months ago, then I wrote down here 2 months ago, the date from 2 months, and then current date, and after that I just went down in a sequence, like I just till I got to the address, Indian address. So this is how I did my application. I won't write down the addresses because because of the privacy reasons. But this is how I did my application. So first I started from the current address, and from there my last address, and if you're living in Canada, I know you already know how many addresses you have to change because of permanent residency, and you need employer who will give you proper documents. It's a hassle, so you already know how many addresses you have to change in Canada. But I think Indian would be just one, so we will go from current address to our Indian address in a sequence. That's how I did my in my application. So let's see, what else do we have. Okay. Oh, that's it. So once you're done with this, oh, you know what? I actually did a mistake here. I should have family name, and I forgot to write my given name here. So yeah, please don't make any mistakes. Don't be like me. Alrighty, just a moment, even though I don't need to. I'm gonna make sure that. Alrighty, yep. So we can always go back and do save and continue, save and continue. This is that whole application. We can always go back and take a look at all the forms that we filled. In case if we forgot anything, then we can always add it again and again and again. Alright, so after putting all the whole information, then we will go over here, declaration of applicant. We will write full name. I'll just write complete and return to the application. That's it. So all the forms have been filled. Look at that. It looks nice actually. It looks kind of you get a good feeling when you see these green boxes here. But after this we have scheduled one form. Sorry, I actually did forgot something to mention. When I was doing my application, I would try to edit these files, these forms, straight away. Like I will get them, and then as you know, on this checklist, please make sure that you are checking all the documents. Like this is the main purpose of the checklist, just to mark all the documents that you need to submit and you have submitted in your application. So please make sure that you do that. But what will happen once I will do this is I will try to download this form, but these changes that I've done, these marks, these right here, that they won't be there. Like it would be the same, like it would be a file with no changes. So it was yeah, it was stressful. So what I did was I downloaded Adobe this right here, Adobe Acrobat Reader. I think you will need it for all the forms. It doesn't matter what kind of immigration forms you will edit, but you will need this right here, this application for all the forms. Again, I will say it's Adobe Acrobat Reader. You can download it online. You can go to Google, and then it's free, and you can just download that. So what I used to do was I would just download this form. I will go over here. Maybe it's just my computer problem, or maybe it's common with everyone. But in case if it's not, that's great. If it is, then here is the solution. I will just go over here, and then I'm just gonna write just some random name on this file, just because I want to show you something. So I will go back on my files, documents, RNIP. Just a moment right here. Oh, sorry, I actually forgot the main thing. I will go over here and I will just open it with the Acrobat Reader. Where is the opening? Yep, right here. I'll open it right here. Now it's opened with Acrobat. So let's make some changes and let's see if they're still there. So I have checked these two sections here. Then I am going to save it in RNIP docs. Yes, let's save it with one more. Let's go. Alright, now I think it is saved. Let's go back. This is the application. Now we can open it with any application. Let's just open it with Edge, Microsoft Edge. And the changes are still there. So, sorry, come on, man. So these two that I've just marked, they're still there. So that's what we need. That's what we want. So this is how I solved this problem with my computer. In case if you have the same problem, this would work that we just did. Alright, so let's go back. So please make sure that you're checking all the forms that are on this checklist. All the forms on form, that RNIP recommendation we will upload, and then that supplementary information, the travels that we did, we have already submitted the information. Then right here we are going to check all these documents. Please make sure that you go through this whole checklist, and then please make sure that you are checking all these boxes here. And then once this thing is done, once we have saved the file, then we will upload this right here. So I'll just show you. I mean, you already know, but let's just do it anyways. So this is the last one that we did, even though I shouldn't be uploading. Oh, what the heck. I think I've been out from my application for a bit too long. So let's try. I just logged in again, and let's see if it works. So yeah, just like that. Now it's uploaded. It's good to go. Right here at the bottom, in case if we have any extra forms, we have the option just like that. Alrighty, in case if you have a representative, then the forms over here. Otherwise, you can just remove them just like that. Both of them. Alrighty. With my application, I had no need for any additional documents. Let's go on the next thing. Now, this is actually pretty straightforward. Go on the checklist, please, and make sure that you're submitting all the documents here. It's pretty straightforward. Travel documents, passport. I'm gonna go over here, and so with these documents actually, before I upload anything, I just want you to please take a look at this one here. At the top you see this is the format how your file should be named. Like your file shouldn't be any random name or any like anything 1 2 3, nothing like that. You should have your last name first and then exactly in this format. Exactly. For example, this one here, Wong John, proof of education, document number 1. Here I'm gonna show you with an example. I think I already have a document with the format. Oh yeah, right here. So let's see if it will be uploaded. Alright, here you can see it's Sidhu, my first name, then my given name, and then the document, and it's number 1. Even though we only have one passport, one document, but write the number. And after that, just one last thing before I leave this section. When you will be posting your proof of education, like you would, what I did in my case, I did a diploma in Okanagan College. So I posted my final transcript. That was document number 1. So I just wrote Sidhu Karandeep Singh. Then after that, proof of education, and then 1. And just like that, I did another document which was my diploma. I scanned that also, and after that there was completion letter. I posted that also. So it's really simple, just like that in this exact format, and then write 1 2 3 in the end. You don't have to write final transcript or anything like that. Just proof of education and then 1 2 3. And it's same with work documents, work experience documents. Alrighty, what else do we have here in case we want to submit our PCC? Of course, we have to submit the PCC. Okay, yeah, death certificate, marriage certificate, proof of funds, yes, everything over here. So yeah, all the documents will be submitted over here, but in that exact format. Let's see, what do we have in the end? Alrighty. Oh, in case, so I won't do payment because I am not submitting the application, but please, once you will pay the fees, then you will get a receipt in a PDF document, and you will save that receipt inside. I don't think you have to put that receipt in any format, but if you want to stay on the safe side, you can always do that. So just save that PDF file of that receipt inside your computer, and then you will upload that receipt over here. And then after that, let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, after that you will do declaration, consent and declaration. And this it's just you will mention that all the information that you have given inside the application is true, basically that you're not lying, and you don't have any fraudulent documents. I hope no one has fraudulent documents, but this kind of stuff you will just admit that, and then yeah, that's all actually. And after that you will just submit the application. And even if there is something after this, it's not complicated, it's just basic read, and yeah, that's everything for your application. So once you have done this, after you have submitted the application, there is one more thing that you should do, one really important step, and that is to get a good sleep. Enjoy, relax, drink, whatever you want to do, but yeah, that's it. Now you have submitted your application to federal government. After this, there's one thing that you will get from the IRCC, which would be your AOR. And after getting AOR, you will go, it's an application number. That's simply, to put it in simple words, you will get application number, and you will sign into GC key, where you will get all the messages regarding your application from IRCC, in case if they need any kind of documents from you, in case if they want pay slips or anything like that, they will ask you on the GC key. You will get all the messages over there. It's a different process. We will go through that also, but for now, just relax. And if this video has given you any value, this was always the goal of this video. So yeah, just relax and enjoy, and goodbye. Take care. Have a good day.